What is going on, everyone? It is Angry Gamer Online, and today I have a comparison between the Sandking SWB and the new Liberator monster truck. Enjoy! So first up, we're going to test which one is faster. We're going to test them both on asphalt and off-road. Firstly, the asphalt test, and as we can see straight away, the Sandking does get into an early lead. Obviously, it is a much lighter car, and obviously them smaller wheels helping it get off the line quicker. However, later on into the race, the monster truck does begin to catch up a little. However, the Sandking in the end does, I think, have a higher top speed and is able to pull away nicely, and continues to pull away right until the end of the race. There we go, the Sandking won that one, but not by too much. I did expect it to win by a little bit more. And now off-road, obviously the Liberator with much better grip off the line. It does pull away much quicker than the Sandking, and the Sandking does struggle to pick up any sort of speed on the sand, just because I think it doesn't quite have the grip, has much smaller wheels than the Liberator, so just can't put down the power that it has got. So yeah, the Liberator does take an early lead, however it does swerve to miss that little beach hut, and I do catch up a little bit there. The Liberator then does seem to struggle going round these rocks. It does go sort of above the beach and over, giving me a chance to catch up a little bit. And now we see the Liberator come flying out back down onto the beach, so that gives me a chance once again to catch up a little bit. However, it is not to be, and the Sandking just isn't able to catch up and pull ahead in this race at all. So the off-road driving race does have to go to the Liberator. Next up, we want to see which one is better at climbing up a near vertical slope. And the Sandking gets off to an early lead on the sort of tarmac section, and then the Liberator, with its massive grip from those wheels, and it's probably got much more power, so it does manage to pull away on the steep section. The Liberator also is managing to pull away on this more flat section, simply because it has more power and more grip. But yeah, as we go over these bumps, I think the Sandking does land the bumps a little bit better, and it does catch up a little bit. However, in a minute it does slide off the side a little bit. It just doesn't quite have the grip to keep up. But yeah, I think the Liberator is probably just that little bit better in off-road and mountainous driving, but not by too much. And there we see the Sandking does slide down. Unfortunately, we do have to take the route around the side. But yeah, the Liberator does win that one, but not by too much. The Sandking is by no means disgraced in that test. Now we want to see which one is more powerful by a pushing war. And obviously, without a shadow of the doubt, the Liberator absolutely hammers the Sandking in this. With its absolutely gigantic four wheels, it does have the grip, as I've been saying, and pushes the Sandking right back and then just jumps over it. Now this is obviously a very important test. Which car can drive over the most cars fastest? And as we can see, the Liberator does take a bit of a tumble there. I think it is just too high, and the suspension is just too bouncy for this test. It does seem to be bouncing all over the place. And now it is the turn of the Sandking, and as you can see, Sandking starts off much more controlled. We have a little bit of a wobble there, but soon we're back on over the cars, and I think the Sandking is much more controlled in this test. I think it's maybe a little bit better at going over the cars. Now obviously a very important test for any car. Which one can put a car in the back of the net the best? Now these cars both do this brilliantly. I think we should sign them up for the England team. They do a better job of it than Wayne Rooney. Also, incidentally, both these cars do this without biting anyone, so maybe they can take Luis Suarez's place in the Uruguay team. But yeah, there we go, the Sandking just finishing off the job, getting all of that car over the line, and even taking the crossbar with it. Now the Liberator's turn, big run up there, and the car is straight over the line. He then turns around to give it another shot. In a minute. There we go, he's turning around, he's going to come back around and knock that car right the way over the line. So yeah, both these cars are very good at playing car football. Now obviously this is also a very important test. You want to be safe when you're travelling around Los Santos. So yeah, head-on collision between the two cars. This is testing both speed and the momentum they can build up on this straight before they do come colliding together. Obviously, the Liberator does win this test because it's so much bigger. However, the Sand King by no means disgraces itself. But yeah, there we go. That is my comparison of these two cars. I would have to say the Liberator is a much better car overall. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.